Good afternoon from Aviation Straight Talk Live in Brussels. Today we have a very interesting guest, Alan Joyce, the CEO of Qantas, who will give us the view from the long-haul markets and particularly the view from down under and how Australia has handled the COVID crisis and what the outlook for Asia-Pacific region is. A really interesting guest, so welcome Alan. I really look forward to talking to you as we go on. First of all, the latest developments. It's important to realise that today is Groundhog Day. Groundhog Day in Punxsutawney in Pennsylvania is where the Bill Murray film of 1993, we do the same thing every single day. And sometimes in COVID Europe, it feels like that for us. But to be more serious, last week we had very strong controversies about vaccine approvals, delays and disputes. We had the non-essential ban on travel been strongly discouraged, sometimes an outright ban. And also flights declined by 66% and many airlines only operating 5% of their schedule. Essentially in Europe, we're now looking at cargo operations only. Also, it's worthwhile noting that last week we only had 25% of the seats available for sale that we had 1 year ago. And also 61% of our European aviation fleet is grounded. If we look at the traffic scenarios that we published last week, you can see that we're expecting a really significant decline in traffic. And this is brought about by the uncertainty with the vaccine rollout, but also the uncertainty about the second and third wave of COVID that we're now experiencing. So our projections show basically two scenarios. One, if we get a limited improvement in Q2, and here we would see a pickup, but we are still pretty hopeful for a reasonable resumption of traffic during the summer. So we've not given up on summer holidays in Europe. Also, it's worthwhile noting, and pretty regrettably, that more than half of the world's airline pilots are no longer flying. This is an unprecedented situation. We've never seen this before. Aviation professionals been furloughed and a lot of aviation industries right throughout the supply chain being in very big trouble. And as the months go on, this situation just becomes worse.